Okay, remember this is a two-pronged story. We're tracking two stories simultaneously. Number one, the Congress coming out and saying that the continuing freezing of its accounts makes it very hard to run elections. The second story, obviously, that of electoral bonds, with the Congress targeting the BJP targeting the opposition. There we'll get more clarity later in the day when more data comes out about electoral bonds. But let's focus on the first half for a second. Government sources coming forward and saying all have to pay taxes. No accounts have been frozen. This is their language. They've said you pay and use the account. The rule is same for everyone, and the Congress was repeatedly reminded. Let's go back to our colleague Pallavi to understand more. Pallavi, when the story first broke out in early February and the Congress first raised alarm when they said that their accounts were being frozen, you also had a number of Congress leaders post the messages they were receiving around the accounts just to show what exactly was taking place. Now the government is coming forward and saying that you are no different from ordinary citizens, and this is very similar to what the IT department said a few weeks ago, not officially, but sources, as you told us, did seem to be hinting that it was the failure to pay taxes a few years in a row. Can you just tell our audiences a little bit more about what we should make of the government response right now?
Well, what government sources are saying now is pretty much what they have been saying earlier as well, and that is very simple, that everyone, individuals, trusts, organizations, they will have to pay the income tax due. This is no favor being done and no favor being asked, and there is no case of political witch hunt. They are also rejecting the fact that the Congress account was frozen. According to them, there are 120 bank accounts that they have, and the Congress was repeatedly reminded, but every time they were making piecemeal arrangements or piecemeal payment, the Congress can still use these bank accounts. The transactions can go on, they can pay their checks, they can withdraw money, but the amount of money which is due to the income tax department, that has to be cleared first. Once that's cleared, over and above whatever is left over, and according to the government sources, because they're saying we're not usually privy to the amount of money into the accounts, but that's the nature of what the entire narrative has become.
Has the Congress at all in their statements acknowledged that there was a failure on their part to clear taxes when they should have?
Well, I remember when Mr. Ajay Makan did that press conference, he said that every time we had been given a reminder, we had also either asked for more time, and we'd always paid up. So they are not willing to accept this argument which is coming in from the government that there was a failure on their part not to pay the money.
Okay, Pallavi, thank you for that clarity. Our colleague Pallavi is bringing us updates on this entire story.